Hi everyone. So long time no see. I've been kind of busy actually. Actually, I should be going to my therapy. Okay, in about an hour. In about an hour. So yeah, I won't be too here too long. But yeah. So today I decided to do something different. I was going to do the part two of my dental resources that I found online from ChatGPT. But I ended up I was hearing a lot about the Lindsay Clancy. I hope I'm saying that right. Lindsay Clancy case. Uh, Basically, for those who probably don't know, um, Nancy Clancy was a mother to three children under the age of 6, and she was going through post middle no postpartum postpartum psychosis. All right, and if you don't know, I will put down below what postpartum usually look like. Basically, what it seems like to me is it's almost like you're in another world. You're not really in reality. You're mixing things up. In the short that I have under the in the description, um, the woman, the mother, she thinks that her husband is going to have a child, if I'm not mistaken. And then the other point was something about him having a sibling. Yeah, definitely check it out because I'm like a little confused myself. Like, what? Yeah. But basically, it's like you're not in reality. Your mind is wandering all over. There's a likelihood of committing suicide. When I heard already from not from this, not for the one who did the shorts, but from Mama. Oh my gosh, I forget her channel. Yeah, so from Mama Dr. Jones, she mentioned about a colleague of hers who unfortunately, and I also heard from somewhere else about other doctors that had committed postpartum psychosis. So there is something I wanted to make a comment about that Mama Dr. Jones make in the the basically the similarities between Nancy Clancy and another um, case that resulted, I think, in suicide, if I'm not mistaken. Um,
Lindsay Marie Clancy, born August 11th, 1990. That's crazy. She is almost exactly 4 years younger than me. In Wallingford, Connecticut. Her formative years were characterized by consistent academic excellence, culminating in a distinguished record throughout college and a rigorous accelerated nursing program at Mass Gen Hospital. Mass Gen is a very famous and highly regarded hospital to do medical training or nursing training at. And we're already seeing parallels here to Andrea Yates, right? Andrea also was a high achieving kid, captain of the swim team. She went on to become a nurse, and she was also at a prestigious program and cared a whole lot about her health. It's just kind of something to keep in mind.
this why I want to make a comment about this is because I also know some people in my life that they kind of have, and I get what Mama Dr. Jones is saying because these people in my life, they also seem like almost like they're especially one of them seems to be high achieving. Definitely, both of them actually, sorry, both of these people that I know of, they both work in the medical field, and you definitely see them, especially the female that I'm saying. You can definitely tell that she's very determined to it's almost like keep a certain image, if I'm not mistaken. And that's why I think later on in the video, um, Dr. Jones, she made a comment about how like it's very hard in these people in this field to say talk about their own mental health, um because they it's almost like they have to put up an image saying like I'm fine, I'm not like everyone else, like that can happen, if they get physically sick, if they get, like hurt their leg or anything, that can happen, but to be mentally sick, I think it's a little more difficult for them to, especially in the medical field. Again, I'll show the video that I'm showing on this channel, like showing this video down below. It'll be right down below. I'm really interested in it. Um, I also want to show a timeline because the video that I have below about that Mama Dr. Jones does, that's just talked about like what happened before, she unfortunately. Um, But okay, so I created this timeline of what happened after the incident happened. Okay? So after the incident, so as you guys know, um, Lindsay Clancy, or for those who don't know, Lindsay Clancy, unfortunately, her child are hurt. Um, and she tried to also end her life by jumping over 2 stories. So yeah, that happened. Now I have this timeline because there is something I was kind of interested in the husband, that here that in 2 years he's already married, by the way. He now remarried to a different person. Yeah, so I wanted to look a little more into that. So after the incident happened, um, I believe in a matter it was in spring, is that what it was? So we can say in a matter of like 4 months, five maybe. They don't say exactly what, when he did this, but he decided to move um, out to New York City. He got a place over there. Okay, so as I was saying before, Patrick Classity, that's Lindsay Classity's husband, he decided in in the spring of that year to move out to New York City to live in a new place. All right. And a year later, after that, he filed for divorce from his wife. At the same time, around that, basically, it was in the same month, I should say. In the same month, he is already in a relationship with another woman, with Rachel Danis. About a year later, in April of 2026, they decided to get married. And then that's when, not that's when, in the same year, but not in the same month this time, he obviously thought a little smarter. um, he the trial starts, all right, on July 27th, and it lasts for 5 weeks. Okay, so I believe today, I think yesterday was like the last day, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, I don't know when we're gonna hear the results. I don't know anything like that. But that's what I got. All right. One thing that's making me do the bombastic side-eyed is that timeline. It's just that one part where he gets a divorce on the same month that he's that we find out he's in a relationship with Rachel. Now, in some articles, it says that they're in a relationship, and others, it's they're dating. I don't know what's the whole story with that, but I don't know. I guess in my family, I there's this idea that, well, guys, they're just going to be faster. They're going to be more because I think they go with the whole idea of the machismo. Men are just going to be men. Once their wife dies, they go for another woman. I don't know. And then also he left like in a matter of months. He left Massachusetts for New York City, which in a way I get it, but in the same time I don't. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. Like I said, I'm giving the bombastic eye on that because I don't know. But then again, I'm also taught that women are probably more sensitive than men. Men can just move on. I don't know. Just let me know what you think. Now the reason why I'm doing this video is not so much I want to talk about this case, like, oh, let's go talk about it. No. I actually want to talk about what things Lindsay Clancy could have done or what resources are available in her area. Now, I'm not trying to like how do I say? I'm not trying to insult her or say she's a bad mother or anything. No, not at all. I get it especially the fact that she's a doctor. Um if I'm not mistaken, she works in the prenatal care, I believe. I am I have to double check that. But yeah, the fact that she works at that gotta be a lot of work. And then they have to hear kids crying and babies crying, I should say. I don't know. It has to be a lot of work. I commend her for being able to do that and then to take care of 3 kids. 3. My mom was only able to take care of 2 of us, and we were too much for her. But I digress. But yeah, I commend her for that. And of course, the case there's a lot of wait a second. Was this really an accident? Was this because of mental health, or was this for something else? Because there's a lot of con
Had a dreams that that you had you
con, con very conflicting ideas here, okay? In this case. Oh, well, this happened. No, but this happened. Yeah. Again, I don't want to really talk about this, about that. What I do want to talk more focus on is the fact that the resources that could have been available, that Lindsay could have done. And actually, if she wants, she can even do it right now, you know? Of course, people will be like, "Ooh, we want to know," and then they might use it against her. So probably not right now, but for anyone else who may be going through postmenopausal, for anyone who's going through um postpartum, there you go, postpartum, either depression or psychosis. If you're going through that, there are resources for you, where you can get help and get support for you. So I want to talk about these things. Well, actually, 3 of them I'm aware of, and this can go for anyone within the United States. I don't know about outside the United States. I do know one of them definitely can be outside the United States if you're a female. But um, other than that, yeah. So 3 resources I can tell you about. First one is 988. Definitely 988. Um, so in the past, it was considered a suicide hotline. Now I do see, like, I think they keep the name as a suicide hotline, but then it's also called a crisis center. So I guess it shows that it's not just geared towards suicide, but also other crises that could be happening, which is good. Um, because, for example, psychosis, uh, I don't think, again, I'm not an expert on this. I don't think people in psychosis all are going to want to kill people and then kill themselves all the time, especially. But like in the example that I will show you that they have in the description, in that short, it seems more like people are just confused and they don't know. I'm pretty sure they don't even know where to look for help. They're just so confused. And if it's anyone that knows someone that is going through that kind of stuff, and you can call 988, they can provide you resources sometimes. I remember one time, because I was going through a hard time trying to find a therapist, excuse me, a therapist, you know, excuse me, for my mental health. And this gentleman who I was talking to told me to he gave me resources in my area where I can get a therapist. And so I've been going to that area ever since, going to that center. Is the Ponessa, for those in Lancaster, is the Ponessa Behavior Health Center. I'll get the information down below. All right. Okay. Sorry, I lost the information from what I got from the 988, but I do know the information for Ponessa Behavior Health. Um, I will put it down in the description. All right. But yes, if you don't live in Lancaster or Pennsylvania, or anyway, you can also get resources from 988. And of course, you can talk to them if you're going through a hard time, if you're having definitely any mental issues, you know, they can definitely help you. That's 988. All right. Another one that I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Oh, the Trevor hotline. So, and I don't know, sometimes 988, I feel like they repeat themselves or something. I don't know, I can sometimes get a little bothered by them. So, I found the Trevor Project, which is kind of the same thing as 988. Um, I just don't find them so repetitive like 988. I don't know. It's what, it's each person to their own. But yeah, but the Trevor Project is this kind of like the same thing. If you are going through any mental issues, especially if it has to do with homelessness, ugh, or like um, your hunger maybe, or whatever other issues, definitely you can contact the Trevor Project. All right, and I'll provide that information down below. All right. You can you can call them, you can text them. Same thing with 988. Call them, text them, chat with them. All right, and I don't know if they do if they have Spanish speakers up in there. I'll double check, but yeah, they definitely will help you. The last one is my favorite. It's the and rise. Right now, this one is a little more geared towards women. So a little more geared to women. It's only geared towards women. All right. So sorry, gentlemen. um, yeah, I cannot provide you that resource. But this is women all over the United States and possibly even over the world. If you have very awesome, excellent internet connection. Yeah. There actually have been some people. I know one person. She's from Canada. Used to go to the groups over there. There was another one from Brazil. She used to go to the groups over there. Um, oh, there's another one I remember from the UK. So yeah, so if wherever you are, if you want to, if you need um, a group of women, a support group of women that you want to talk to and stuff, definitely go over there. And so I should really go more into detail about Anne Rise. It's an awesome organization, by the way. um, so Anne Rise, one thing I know them the most for is for their online support groups. They have so many of them, like almost for every day. I don't know about the weekend though. Um, yeah, Anne Rise, can you provide some for the weekend, please? Anyway, I digress. um, but yeah, they definitely do have support groups. All right, for like almost all the days of the week. All right. Um, most of them are online, so from wherever you are, you can definitely go on. If you are in the Chicago area, they also have in person. So that's where the organization is from. It's from Chicago. That's where it's their origin is from Chicago. So if you live in Chicago or anywhere near the Chicago area, definitely you can go to the in person groups. That'll be great. But for those who don't, we have to rely on technology, and that's fine. Um, and they have different kind of groups. I go to the chronic illness. Yeah, there's one group for chronic illness and pain. Chronic illness and pain group. So basically, it's for women who have any form of chronic illness or pain. Another group is that I also go to is the emotional abuse and I, basically I know it's for emotions. It mostly talks about emotions. Hold on. Okay, so the other group that it's the support group for emotional abuse, anxiety, and depression. All right, so that one gets filled up quickly. Like now, it's I think like you have to make sure you are signed into it, um, like 2 weeks in ahead. That's how popular this is. That one, the emotional abuse, depression, anxiety, that's how popular it is. Okay. Um, but the other ones you can definitely sign up for them a lot sooner because they're not that populated. All right. But yeah, so that one I go. That's on Monday evening. The one for chronic illness and pain, that's usually midday for me because I'm from Pennsylvania. It's 1 o'clock in Chicago because it's Central Time. It's 12 o'clock, and yeah, that's one thing to be aware too when you sign up for these groups. Be aware that they um, run on Central Time, so you have to be mindful about that and be aware of like, okay, what time zone am I? You know, yeah. There's that group. Oh, there was another one on Tuesdays in the evening. Sometimes I forget, sometimes I don't remember. But there also is there's one about trauma women survivors. There's a group for that. There's another one for I think it's um women with survivor abuse. Um, they have a group for that. Narcissism, women narcissistic abuse. Women who are going through that. They have a group for that as well. So definitely check them out. I will put all the information below. That one I really love. That's an awesome group. But again, that's only for women, not for men. So men, unfortunately, you're gonna have to stick to 988, the Trevor Project. I'll also try to see if there's any support groups for men. It's very rare to find support groups for men. I am aware that there is one, I think it's in New York City, depression and something else. Again, I will give, as time goes on, I will provide more information on that stuff. But yeah,